Hello everyone, so this is devlog number 4 about the versions 095 and 0951. First of all, big thanks to everyone about the feedback and about the feature requests. I try to reply to everyone, and if your feature is not in the development or you don't see it in this roadmap, don't worry, it is in a backlog, and at some point we will implement this feature, or we will fix the bug or the issue that you are facing. Okay, so let's get on with the devlog. In the version 095, we added auto load default settings, very important feature, and also very requested quality of life feature, auto scroll to selected category. And in the hotfix 0951, we implemented save dialog when resetting these settings. So when we load default settings, the save dialog is presented to the user. So these two things basically go hand in hand, so that when you reset the default settings, the dialog asks you to where to save your new settings. It doesn't override the default settings that comes with the package. So now when you run Rename Pro and the first time, you can see that you are presented with three different options, three different default settings. First one is if you work in the imperial units, you can pick that one. If you work in metric units, you can pick this one. Or if you want an empty settings, you can pick this one. So now we're going to pick metric, and this is the confirmation dialog that asks you to, if you want to replace your current settings with the selected default configuration. Right now we don't have any settings, so we're just going to click yes. And now this is asking where do we want to save our newly created default settings. And we're just going to write and save it next to our version 2024 Revit Addin as custom. Okay. The settings have been successfully reset to the selected default configuration. Okay. So now we can see that we have the file name is Rename Pro Settings Custom, and we have our preset default settings that we can start to work on. For example, let's uncheck these ceilings, and now when we save it, we can see that this is saved in this location that we saved previously. Now we are able to reset the settings. For example, again, we can go back to the default settings. Do you want to replace the current settings? Yes, we will do that. And we can see that this is retained here. And we're just going to say that this is going to be like empty, for example. Okay, now this is loading the empty settings. This is empty. If we want to load back our custom settings, we're just going to click this one, and we are back to our custom settings that we previously edited. And also we can just go back and reset the metric settings if we want, or we can load imperial settings. Again, it asks us if we want to save it. Let's save it imperial. Okay. And we have been reset to default configuration, and we can see that this is the imperial units. For example, here we can see that it's in inches. Okay, let's load back our custom metric settings. And about the next feature, which is auto scroll to selected category. This feature allows us to, for example, if we select this category floor, we are automatically scrolling down to the floor category here in new name preview. So this is a kind of a quality of life feature. If we want to work on this, we don't have to scroll manually up and down. We just, let's say, work on the roofs, add some, what we want to add, like a description maybe here. Then we want to work on the floors, and we click on the floors, and we are already on the floors, and we can already see the whole list here. And this setting is controlled by this checkbox. If we uncheck that, we are no longer moving the list. And I don't know if you knew, but we have already implemented this feature that if you double click on, for example, roofs, you're getting to the roof category. So now scroll to the selected category. We can do it like that, to the walls. If you scroll down and see that we need, let's go to the windows, double click on windows, and we are in the windows category. Same goes with annotation categories. Let's go to grids, let's go to diameter, dimension, style, and so on. So this is very nice quality of life feature, a very requested one. And also we have this error checkbox, a small feature, but this allows us to see only the errors here. For example, only the names with the errors. So let's save it, and yeah, that's it. Basically, these are the new features that are implemented in the version 0.95 and 0.951. Check it out. Again, thank you for feedback. Hope this add-in helps you, and see you in the next video.